Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Ryan. I am doing this for my friend, for y'all's teacher, Miss Adams, and I am a third generation Orange Moundian. So I'm gonna run down 3 points on why Orange Mound is very important to Black Memphis, and take down all the notes that y'all can take down. So the first thing is home ownership. Orange Mound was the first planned neighborhood for African Americans in Memphis. It was the first, okay? And that's due to the work of L.Z. Meacham, and it was also part of what we considered the Dedrick Plantation. The Dedrick family is buried right on Park Avenue, which is one of the main roads in Orange Mound. So someone from rural Mississippi, rural Arkansas, rural Tennessee, they could come to Memphis and buy a plot of land and build what we consider a shotgun house. Now, a shotgun house is a house that's maybe 3 or 4 rooms or whatever. It's very inexpensive to build. My great-grandfather, he built a shotgun house at the corner of Sella and right at the corner, near the corner of Sella and Douglas, which is where my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, grew up in. And more importantly, my aunt, one of my aunts, bought a house. She had a shotgun house at the corner of Carnes and Hilton. And then I had another aunt who had a shotgun house near the corner of Hilton and Douglas. And another aunt who had a she had a building. She had not a building, but she had a house, a shotgun house near the corner of Carnes and Hamilton. So it was the first time where Black people could buy some land and build their own houses. And again, those houses were very inexpensive to build. You didn't really need to use a lot of materials. The second thing is the faith community in Orange Mound. The faith community, it was very strong in Orange Mound. There are 4 mother churches in Orange Mound. I want you all to please take down these notes. The 4 mother churches in Orange Mound is Mount Moriah Baptist Church, which is located on Carnes, Mount Pisgah CME Church, which is located at Park and Marshall. Then you also have St. John Missionary Baptist Church, which is located at Barron and Pendleton. And then the other one would be Beulah Baptist Church. Those are the 4 mother churches in Orange Mound. My family has ties to 2 of those churches, Mount Pisgah CME Church and St. John Missionary Baptist Church. Those churches were basically community centers for the neighborhood. So while the world would see this person here as a janitor or a maid, when they came back into Orange Mound, that maid was a person that taught Sunday school, or that janitor was a dude that was a preacher. So it gave, the faith community gave the people in that community a sense of self-worth, because the outside the boundaries, they were known for what they did. They were known for their occupation and how they made a living, as opposed to being known for being a Sunday school teacher, a preacher, or whatever you want to fill in the blank here. So the faith community was very important in the development of Orange Mound, especially with African Americans in Orange Mound. And the third thing is a unifying force. When you go to Whitehaven is divided into 3 different schools. There's 3 different schools, high schools, that service Whitehaven. There's Hillcrest, there's Fairley, and then there's Whitehaven. And then if you want to add a fourth, you have Mitchell High School. And Orange Mound is a completely different story. In Orange Mound, it's Merrill's. It's Merrill's. Merrill's is the unifying force with Orange Mound. If your parents, if your grandmother went to Merrill's and your mother and your dad went to Merrill's, you were going to Merrill's. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because there is a sense of, I would say there's a sense of ownership when it comes to Merrill's and when it comes to Orange Mound. It's like if you grew up in Orange Mound, you were destined. It was predestined for you to go to Merrill's High School, because it was the only high school in Orange Mound. It was the only high school in Orange Mound. There was no competition with anybody else. Now, elementary schools, there was Hanley and Dunbar. But in terms of like high schools, Dunbar kids, after they would go to middle school, they would go to Merrill's. If you went to Hanley, you go to middle school, then you go to Merrill's. That was just something that was predestined for you, because there's an ownership with Merrill's High School and Orange Mound. The thing is, in addition to that, you also have Merrill's football. Merrill's football is the biggest window to the world when it comes to Orange Mound. It's a rallying force around. It's a rallying force because there's no tourist attractions in Orange Mound. You don't have a Graceland where people can go to. The tourist attraction is Merrill's football. And I always tell people, Merrill Stadium is basically the Wrigley Field of high school football in Memphis. When you go to Whitehaven, to get to the stadium, you have to turn off Elvis Presley and go up a side road and then park in a parking lot and then go into a stadium. At Merrill Stadium, you can sit on a hill across Park Avenue and you can watch a football game. And it's not uncommon to see when there's like a set, especially when it's a big rivalry game, when you have, hundreds of people sitting up there on the hill across the street at the corner of Dallas and Park. It's not uncommon to see big crowds on the hill for a big game. That's how much Merrill's means, especially football, how much Merrill's football means to Orange Mound. And that's how much Merrill Stadium means to people in Orange Mound. So, that being said, those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you guys for this video for Miss Adams. So, I hope you guys had an opportunity to take down some notes, and do well with this scavenger hunt.